You need a second?
Mm-mm.
Oh, all right. Yo! Welcome to Beers and Bars,
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last episode. Big shout out to the homie Jay Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Came through the show, blessed us with information regarding his Summer of 54 IPA, which should be out. Yeah, man, that joint came out, I think, Tuesday of this week. He had a release at Haymarket. And I wish I had the name of the place he's going to be at on the 23rd, because I will be in that joint. So come holler at your boy if you're in the Chicagoland area.
I don't want to get the name wrong.
We'll post it.
Nisi?
No, Nisi is on the north side. This joint is going to be on the south side on 35th and Halsted. So
true.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Uche and QDZ of Ill-Advised Wise Guys. They had us on their show.
Absolutely.
Last week.
Yeah, man.
You can stream that joint. Go check it out. Ill-Advised Wise Guys on
everywhere.
Instagram, everywhere. Yeah, all streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Check your boys out on that joint. We had a good time. I had a good time on that joint. We
had a very good time.
Do that again. Very knowledgeable gentleman, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about today? Oh, we got a couple of albums. A few albums dropped last Friday.
Yeah.
IDK, his album See For Yourself. You See For Yourself.
Yeah.
Snoh Aalegra's album Temporary Highs and Violet Skies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called?
That is correct. Temporary Highs
and Violet Skies dropped. Yes. And then Vince Staples' self-titled album, Vince Staples, self-titled album, Vince Staples. So 3 album reviews from your boys this week. No particular guest or nothing like that. Just the old school Kamal and OT show. What you got this week, man? What you drinking? Well, first of all, now let's it's just me and you. Let's kick it a little bit. How your week been, man? You good? Man, my week is pretty positive. I'm looking at a box right now of unprepared, unpackaged shirts right now that I need to prepare. Got some new stuff dropping soon. So I need to handle that. So that's probably the most exciting thing that I got going on. LuellaCole.com. Check your boy out. Yeah, man. I've been inspired a little bit. Kind of changing the view of the brand a little bit, just slight tweaks here and there. But yeah, man, I had a really good time finishing a beat for you that I was actually late for you to record a session for. But
yeah, man,
I had some things that I just wanted to add to it, and it wasn't really where I wanted to be. I just can't. That joint, I just couldn't loop it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wanted to do more with it. And good thing I did, because I believe you want to use it, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be on the upcoming OT the Golden Child project entitled, I forgot the name of my own joint, the second half, man. So, yeah, come on, kiddo, definitely.
The second half. The second half coming soon.
Yeah, how soon? We don't know. Just stay tuned, man.
True.
Yeah, man. So yeah, but that's good to know, man. I don't know. Do you want to tell? I mean, I saw your brand. I saw, you know what I'm saying, your joint somewhere this week on Instagram.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, man. I guess that's big news. Just some slight, I think. You know what I'm saying? But my brand was Luella Cole. Where's my joint at? This shirt was actually on one of Rick Ross's homies this past week. And they went, what's those joints? Go-kart, dirt, bike, dirt.
Yeah, the RV.
Yeah. ATV, RV.
ATV. There you
go. Right, because it was all-terrain, so they was riding around in the mud and whatnot. It got splattered on, which actually gave me an idea for a shirt. But
fire, yeah.
he was riding around with the biggest boss, man, Rose.
It's the biggest.
Luella Cole was right there. Now to get it on Rose. But yeah, man, just growing the brand, man. We growing. Hey, man, all entrepreneurs, we growing. We growing out here. We growing, man. We reaching. Our reach is working. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty big news. I was definitely excited. I didn't see it first. Somebody sent it to me. I'm like, what? And so, that was very exciting.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we talking about drinks. What you got going on? You wanna talk about something?
I don't have anything going on, man. I'm just very happy to be in the spirit of putting music out, man. I really think I got some solid joints for this next project that's gonna come out.
I think so too.
And yeah, my last couple joints that I've been recording been really bringing the project together, all ideas and little movie clips being added, little things here, little things there, just the process of when you're trying to make a project, making sure it's cohesive and sounding good. So that's where I'm at. I don't know when the second half is going to release, but it's definitely on its way, man. I only got a couple more joints to record, then wrap up whatever the marketing plan going to be, and then get out here. Big shout out to Dolo Swope for putting them bars out there.
Big shout out, bruh.
Yeah, y'all go check out Dolo Swope, DOLO Swope. You know what I'm saying? SWOPE. Instagram, Twitter, man. Dope MC had a project that dropped. Was it earlier this year?
No, that wasn't this. Was it this year?
If it wasn't this year, it was late last year.
It was late last. I think it might have been late last year.
Either way, Filthy Poet Tape. Make sure you check that joint out. He's definitely also working on some joints, and I think he'll be dropping this year too. So, but he had some joint he recorded. He had me and Kamal names in there. Like I
name drop,
man.
Whoa, but it was showing big love, love, man.
Yeah, man. Just showing positive vibes. Let's go ahead and get to the beer real quick, man. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off, man. I usually don't. I stopped buying a lot of beer, because I just, I want to drink the beer that I have. And I also been saying I kind of dial back on drinking beer in general, just during the week and whatnot, trying to take better care of myself.
I'm on the same thing, by the way, but go ahead.
Good joint, man. But I was at the gas station today, and wifey had wanted me to grab her some wine. I was getting some gas, but gas stations in the suburbs be popping sometimes. Some of them joints be having, like, for real.
Right, like, dang, she want that gas station wine? No.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's a gas station brand out my way that literally has, like, quality liquor and whatnot. Like, they be carrying, like, even from a beer standpoint, they be having, like, Solemn Oath, and they be having Phase 3, all, you know what I'm saying, like, at the gas station. So I had this joint about a month ago. This is Two Brothers Amplifier IPA. I've never had it on the show, but I saw it. It was at the gas station again. Two Brothers Amplifier IPA, and I remember having it about a month ago. I got it in one of them create your own packs, I think, like at Benny's or something like that. And I just remember it being like a good, clean, you know what I'm saying, OG type IPA situation. So I saw it there, and I grabbed me a 6-pack. So that's what I'm having today, man.
What's the ABV on there, boy?
It's crazy because I don't even, hold on. I'm all out the game right now because my pour wasn't even on camera. I don't know, man. They don't have it on the can, but I'll let you guys know in a second, man. But it is a clean, crisp citrus, you know what I'm saying? Citrus forward, just OG type IPA, man. And I'm rocking with this joint, man. Big juicy notes of citrus blast out of this can, creating some serious Vosa flavor that pairs best with some loud, high energy tunes. So amplifier, from the standpoint of there's an amplifier on the can.
True.
There you go. Yeah. That's what
I got. Trader Joe situation. It's another Pipeworks situation.
Trader Joe's.
So this joint is, I believe this is Sellray sour, which is a Celery Gose. This is a Sellray sour with the dollar signs on that boy. with this is a celery Gose. All right, this is a Gose style ale with celery seeds, and salt. Now this is actually already cracked. Shout out to Argus, man. Shout out to Argus. Your shirt is Argus, man.
Oh yeah, I've worn this shirt like 12 times on the show. So yeah,
you know what I'm saying. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. Argus.
Yeah.
But I had already poured it because I actually had it in the freezer, so it's not really like a nice frosty drink. But it had actually, I wanted to see if it had actually frozen a little bit because I didn't want to get on camera, crack it open, and nothing come out. You know what I'm saying? So I cracked it anyway just to see, and it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So you know what I'm saying? It's a nice chill little.
What's the ABV on that joint?
It's actually a chill little joint. It's only 4.5.
Yeah, it's a Gose. So yeah.
It's only 4.5. You know what I'm saying? Some chill action tonight. You know, we actually recording kind of late, but the smell on this is weird. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's very. Is I can tell it's a sour from the smell.
Yeah.
But from the nose, if you will. But it's definitely that celery scent, which is not a normal thing that you normally associate.
So it's a sour Gose? It's a sour Gose?
It is. Well, it's a celery Gose.
Okay.
So Gose is already it's Sellray sour.
Okay.
Sellray sour, which is a celery Gose.
Okay, I got you. That's like the second Gose you didn't have within the past. You've been in your
yes. You know
what I'm saying?
You know, wifey feel like I know you like sour, so you know what I'm saying. She grabbed this joint. I'm like, you know what? I do. Let me holler at that joint.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have had this on the show, because I got this today. If I wouldn't have had this, I actually would have had another margarita sour, which I might have like on the next show or something from another company.
Right.
But we'll talk about that later. But
let's get into
it's actually it's definitely strong in the celery. I can taste the celery. But I'm not mad at it. It's actually kind of refreshing. It's kind of crushable in that way.
Yeah. Also, the beer that I'm having is at 6.7% alcohol volume. So, actually, and I'm podding from the kitchen, man. I got my little mic and everything set up in the kitchen. So, if I do want another beer, I'm going to reach into my fridge, and I think there's an Apollo Hero in there, which is a Red Brewing joint, which is around the same as this, I think 6-7%. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Word up. Let's get into some music, man. What you want to talk about first, man?
I think that I'm gonna spend the least amount of time on Snoh Aalegra.
Okay.
So let's kick it out and let's get a little sultry.
That's no slight to Snoh, you know.
No, it's no slight. Here's what it is. I am an 80s baby. I was raised on Anita Baker. I was raised on Sade. I was raised on Marvin Gaye. I was raised on traditional soul type artists that really have an eccentric, different type of voice. And when it comes to Snoh Aalegra, I am biased. Whatever she does, I like. Period. Her voice, when she hits her runs, what's the fast bird? The bird with the very fast wings.
Like a hummingbird?
Yes. That's what her runs are like. It's so like when she hit them runs and she be like it just reminds me of like because it's so effortless, right? And it's so beautiful. She has this wonderful, soprano voice, but it's so controlled. She's a very dope vocalist, man.
She's a really good vocalist, yeah.
I don't have a lot to say because the whole album, yes. I mean, I like almost. I mean, like, women name all the songs. I mean, okay, I like Indecisive, Lost You, In Your Eyes. Is In Your Eyes the Pharrell joint?
Yes.
Here's a theory.
Joint, yes.
Here's a theory. There are artists that the Neptunes know are super dope, and they have these beats over here for those artists, right?
Oh yeah. I definitely think they make some beats for certain artists, and then when they get the shot, they shoot it to them. G.
And this is one of them. This joint is popping quintessential Neptunes, G. Yeah. Like in the vein of like, I Still Love You, Excuse Me, Miss, blah blah blah. On My Mind, Taste, everything, dying for your love. I mean, look, I'm done. Listen to the album if you haven't listened to it. I'm done. Go ahead.
Indecisive, man. Lost you in your eyes, G. We don't have to talk about it, man. One of my favorite lines on the whole album is you said you were in it for the long haul. We didn't even get to U-Haul. You know what I'm saying? You said you was in it for the long haul. We didn't even get to U-Haul. We didn't even get that far.
Right.
That's a bar to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Violet Skies is hard. Shout out to No ID, man, because he did a couple. This is an artist that I think she's on Rock Nation. Because I think of No ID. Shout out to Tyler. Tyler did 2 joints on here and is featured on the songs, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's Uche and QDZ, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, we were just talking about how Tyler is not getting respect. Tyler doesn't get a lot of shine, but he is really coming up in the industry like those people that you know are like behind the scenes as far as writers and producers, and he's really coming up in a producer space. Like he's really doing well in the producer space, in the production space. On My Mind is my joint, you know what I'm saying? Dying for Your Love is hard, G. Like, there's some songs on here that really showcase her skills as a vocalist.
Oh, you know that's what I'm saying? Yeah.
And, like, last week, when it first dropped, after the first few listens, I still don't believe it's as good as her last album. Those feels again. Yeah. But man, it's a strong contender right now because I've listened to it at least 10 times since, and that might be lowballing. You know what I'm saying? Because I could throw this joint on. This joint is
the thing. Yeah,
I could throw it on. It's a good album.
It's a good album. I've listened to it a couple times, and I really don't be in that mode a lot from the standpoint. I don't really give a lot of albums a lot of repeats off the first listen, but I definitely ran through her joint like 3 times in a row, and I can put it on in the car with the kids. Like, man, I need everybody to be quiet, everybody chill. Yeah. If I put this on, it's like everybody like, okay, it's time to just chill, I guess, because this what is this daddy just put on? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Facts, man. No, it's a vibe for real. It's a good project. It's a good project. Check that joint out if you have not. You know what I'm saying?
And if you haven't, make sure you slap yourself for not doing so because you're missing out on some good music. So yeah, make sure y'all check out Snoh Aalegra, Temporary Highs in the Violet Skies. Let's switch it up. Let's go to IDK, man. Let's go to IDK.
You trying to get heavy right now.
Yeah, let's go to IDK, man. You see for yourself.
You want to talk about IDK, man, first?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, IDK, I'm not gonna lie. Well, so first of all, we just talked about IDK on Ill-Advised Wise Guys from the standpoint of who are artists that we feel like should be taking that next step, right? Who are artists that we feel need to take a next step or could take a next step, but possibly something is blocking them, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
All right. So this album,
IDK was mentioned.
This album kind of makes me a little hypocritical somewhat regarding my stance on it on the show, and the reason is because I
actually agree with your stance, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, my stance was that he's a little too ideological sometimes, right? Because the last album, Is He Real, was a whole conceptual album questioning God, but mostly not really saying God isn't real, but saying how can one know whether God is or isn't? You know what I'm saying? That being the plight, right? But on this album, I said that he does stuff like that, and everybody just want to party and dance, and I don't know if he can go that way, you know, and make people move if he's mainly a conceptual album type rapper. But on this album, I think he does try to make people move. He has joints like 10 Feet. He has joints like Puerto Rico. He has some joints on here that are more so, you know, where he party, and he has a mustard sounding, like 2 or 3 mustard sounding joints on here. But I know it's not mustard because this guy actually produces a lot of his own work.
Does he?
Him and I forgot the other. It's another guy that he uses a lot, but yeah, he actually I think is a like MC producer type guy.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
But I really like him. He is a creative artist, man. He uses his vocals when he needs to. He uses vocals in the background, sounding like instruments. He has different feels. My only thing with this album, particularly, I do like the album, but it is conceptual. It is a story.
Yeah.
It's like, but at the same time, some of the joints on here are, and we kind of had a brief conversation about it through text. Some of the joints are party, and they just feel like it's party joints. Like he wanted to switch up and give us some more party type joints. But then you got songs like 1995 that are very heavy, or Hey Auntie. It's like the album is almost in sections. Like the beginning of it comes out with that. What's the second joint?
Santa Monica Boulevard.
He turning up, you know what I'm saying? Turning up. Then the next song turning up, you know what I'm saying? But then then you have the love songs, and then he gets into the more his life bag with 1995, Hey Auntie, and Cry in the Church. So it's like the album is in sections almost. It's almost like it come out party, then he goes into some vibe, love type joints, kicking it. Yeah. But then the end of it is very what I typically would get from him. So, but I mean, I like it. I think he's a creative artist. I mean, I'm checking for the project. It just to me sounds like it's intentionally almost in sections almost. I don't know.
All right, let me get into this IDK. I have a lot of feelings about this project. Okay. I think he is a good artist. I think he is a very good artist. He knows how to put together a project.
Definitely.
With the last project, you know, I know he has other projects before Is He Real, which is his last project. I hadn't really heard of him. I heard of him off of Instagram. Like I saw, you know, one of those sponsored joints off of Is He Real. I'm like, dang, this song kind of hard. Who would do? And I never listened to those, you know what I'm saying? But he caught me. And I listened to the project off of that, and I'm like, yo, I like what he's doing. He has a concept, and you know, there's a common thread through the album. And I'm just talking about Is He Real? Right. He has a common thread through the album. He has that ideological view that he's taking a subject and exploring it. And I think that that's interesting. He makes very up-tempo, fun music also, you know what I'm saying, in dealing with these heavy concepts, which I think is interesting. Yeah. And he does the same thing on this project. Now, the thing on this project, though, is that there are much heavier topics on this project. Yeah. On the last album, we find out, you know, there wasn't too much about his mom, but we find out that his mom passed because his stepfather gave her AIDS. We find that out on the last album. We don't hear and he mentioned he mentions not liking his stepfather on the last album. Yeah. In a few different areas. But on this album, it's interesting because he doesn't talk about his mother in a positive light until he says at the very end of the album. And I've listened to this album a few times. And he doesn't say any positive thing about his mom until the very last song on Closure. And says, but it's all good. I love you. I love you, Mom. But the whole album seems like there are your party songs and cool songs like Puerto Rico. Yeah. But like Puerto Rico is one of those one anomaly songs that is just about, you know, a vibe. Yeah. You know, for me, you know, songs like Peloton and 10 Feet, which are popping songs, after the second listen, it comes across okay, let me come back to those two songs.
Okay.
I'll come back to those two songs.
Yep.
But from the very beginning of the album, you know, you find out by the end, and you listen to it again from the beginning, you find out, okay, he's calling his mom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the last song is Closure, is him leaving a message.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. So there's that common thread in the album. And there's a thread of a lack of love, mm-hmm. of a not understanding, you know, he's missing love as a child.
Yes.
And there's a lot of moments where, you know, he talks about how there wasn't love in his household. Mm-hmm. And that makes, and there's the common thread of that. You know, one thing that he said on Jelly, which I think is just a skit. Yes. But one thing he said on Jelly is that no woman, my mother died when I was 17. Mm-hmm. So no woman could ever hurt me more than that.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting statement to make, because it's not like, you know, your mom didn't do that to you. You know what I'm saying? But he feels that because of, I'm gonna assume, and I'm not him, I didn't experience his experience.
Yeah.
But his mom didn't do that to him. She passed. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do that to him. But throughout the album, there are things where he didn't feel love from his mother.
There you go. Yeah.
And so he feels like, you know, hurt.
You could have protected me.
You could have protected me.
You could have did this way. The Hey Auntie joint, you know, I could have been protected from that better. 1995. Yeah. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
He got issues with his stepfather. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a common thread. Like, this man has been, like, you know, he's very self-aware, though, because in another song he mentioned how if he felt that love, maybe he wouldn't feel like he needs to use his music as armor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely feel like the whole album is a cry for help in a sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of instances where, you know, he's on Is He Real? There's a song called Porno featuring Pusha T, and how he saw porno at an early age, like 6 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then on this album, he mentions it again, where, you know what I'm saying, his stepfather didn't really, you know, look after him well enough. And so he's seeing these images, and there's a lot of, you know, songs like Peloton, back to that, songs like Peloton and songs like 10 Feet. It came across to me after like the first listen and understanding what the full thing was. Mm-hmm. It came across to me like it's almost like he's using sex as a coping mechanism. You know what I'm saying? That's the one instance where he's jubilant on tracks. All the other songs, or not all, but many of the other songs, like 1995 and Hey Auntie, are somber. Hey Auntie is a cry for help.
Yeah. My auntie raped me, or my auntie abused me, G.
Like the song is 2 verses, the same verse, right? Slightly tweaked here and there, but about how it should have been in my household.
Yes.
How it should have been.
But it wasn't, yeah.
But it wasn't. I think he, I liken it to like early Tyler, where Tyler used to talk about his father not being there, not knowing his father. You know what I'm saying? And, he was wild. He was wild. The stuff he used to rap about was wild. You know what I'm saying? And you see Tyler today, and his music he don't even talk about that for real. You know what I'm saying? His music is different.
Yeah.
That was something that he struggled with. You know what I'm saying? IDK is a really good artist.
Yeah.
He is good at crafting a project. He's good at crafting sounds. Sometimes I feel like, he's using the music. He mentioned using music as an armor. It's almost like he's overcompensating sometimes. He put a lot, like the song Red, G, there's so much going on in that song. I mean, neither one of us even talked about it. He had Jay Electronica, MF Doom, and Westside Gun on it. That should be a point of interest. You know what I'm saying? But the song for me sound like a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? He got the gator boots, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of elements in it that are interesting. And I want to say that sound like Mike Jones in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's one of those songs like, yo, I got these ideas and I'm going to push them all in here. It's almost like how, when Kanye's mom died and then he put out My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, you know what I'm saying? That had all like, yo, I got all of these ideas and I'm about to put into this album, which is considered one of his best albums, right? You know what I'm saying? His magnum opus. And in this project for IDK, it just seems very like he got these up-tempo songs. And then he's got these really somber songs.
That's what yeah.
Like really somber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not just like, this is like, nah, G. He really went through something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I don't think he's trying to mask it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think he is trying to prove to himself that he can do this in spite of what he's been through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I really, like I said, I really think he's a really good artist. You know what I'm saying? I really want to know how he will progress and how he will overcome this stuff that he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because he put it on track. He put it on wax.
Yeah.
For all the world to hear. You know what I'm saying? And so that in itself is dealing with it. Is coping with it.
For sure.
I really want to see how he progresses, but it's hard for me to listen to, like, to throw this project on, knowing that this ain't something that, you know what I'm saying? This ain't something that I can't get jiggy with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you. I feel you as a human. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And that would be insensitive for me to say, yo, give me some more Puerto Rico, G. What you doing? Give me
that's
some
what I'm that's why I said I feel hypocritical, because I said that he can't do I said that he needs to make those kind of songs to transcend, but I don't know. Yeah, you know.
I think he should be true to himself, which he's doing.
Yeah.
But I also I'm a keep watching him because he's a good artist. Good. But I definitely want him. I want him to do what he got to do to cope with what he got to cope with. Put it on wax. Do what you're gonna do. But I definitely want to see how he's gonna flourish after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyler didn't go as hard on his pops, like, You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have the same situation that IDK had. You know what I'm saying? IDK had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? But Tyler is now flourishing and you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing in the music space.
Yeah.
And I would love for IDK got vision. I see his vision. I get it. But I don't know if I could like listen to this joint all the time like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what's about to come on.
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll reach for my Apollo Hero while you
You know what I'm saying?
No, but I hear everything you're saying, man.
Crying to church, man. You right, G. I didn't think about that second half. You know what I'm saying? Like 1995, Hey Auntie. You know, Peloton broke that up. But then it's 1995 Peloton. But then you got Hey Auntie, and then Crying to Church, and then Closure. You know what I'm saying? You're not ending on a positive note. You ending on a note where he got to get this off his chest, and hopefully this will help somebody else. Well, this is where he's at with it.
And this is the thing. He tries to bring it together by having the closure joint, which is where he actually leaves the voicemail and gets back in his he really has an issue with what was pushed upon him from a religious standpoint, because that's what closure is. Closure, he mentions a couple times, I wish you had pushed such and such on me, versus trying to, push the religious aspect on me, which he made a great
more
album.
Love into me. Yeah. The same way you push religion on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real. And so that makes Is He Real make even more sense. That he would even want to explore that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, you telling me to all this religious stuff and believe in God and I should do this and do that and the way of God and, have faith and whatnot. But, God is love, G. But where's the love in my household? You know what I'm saying? Bro really went through it, G. It's a real album, G. But it's a hard listen for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. I feel you, G. I feel you. But from a music standpoint, can I just throw this on? You know what I'm saying? This is like, but he got joints though.
Take your joints and start making some playlists, man. That's what you gotta start doing, man. Get in your playlist bag, throw a couple, you know what I'm saying? It's not many albums, transition. It's not many albums that, I can go and just throw on. And just listen to back to back to back like that. However, transitioning, I think I can do that with this Vince Staples joint.
Nice. Very good. I agree.
I don't know. I guess I just come right out, man. Look, so Vince Staples, man, I can't act like I'm a big fan of his. My favorite, I think I caught on to him with probably, is it Big Fish or Little Fish or some shit like that?
That joint.
The Big Fish Theory and I think Prima Donna are the two joints where I caught on.
Yeah.
So Vince Staples, this joint is a 10-song, 22-minute album, right?
Yeah.
Very short joint. Put it to you like this. Every coast, I think, has a sound, right? North, East Coast, West Coast, South. I don't know if we have a sound. Midwest. We were known for being fast rappers and shit like that in the mid-1990s and whatnot, but I don't know if the Midwest has a sound. We kind of like a melting pot. However, I'll move forward like this. This is the most West Coast I've ever heard of Vince Staples album.
I agree.
West Coast is known for this melodic, maybe not melodic, but, instrumental, chill, laid back. You know what I'm saying? I remember the G-Funk era, even like a DJ Quick. You know what I'm saying? They got groovy music, you know what I'm saying? Chill, groovy type music. And this whole project to me, Vince Staples, is a groove, man. Again, it's only 22 minutes, very short, but
looking at his other projects, he got short albums.
Yeah, but some of those joints I kind of amped up, and he, because at Ramona Park, you know what I'm saying, he like really, what I'm saying, amped up. But this joint is more melodic. It's more chill, even from his flow. His flow is matching these very chill West Coast type sounding, very chill type beats. And I like his content, man. He's a very thoughtful young man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He's definitely LA as hell.
Yes.
He has some bars on here, like, from the standpoint of we there's a treaty, but at the same time, I know we're gonna be back at it again at some point. You know what I'm saying? From the standpoint of gangbanging, like, But I like Are You With It? I like Law of Averages. I like The Shining. Taking Trips and Low Fade might be Take Me Home. Who is Fauché? I think I've seen her name twice in the past 2 months.
Oh, Fauché. Yeah,
she's good. She's good, G.
She is good. I wish she actually would have told me who's on some of these other joints. You know what I'm saying? Are You With That? Got a singer, I think.
I think so.
But yeah, man, I agree with. I second everything you said. It's interesting that he made Law of Averages a single. You know what I'm saying? Law of Averages was out before the album, but. But he got some harder joints on here than Law of Averages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the project. The Shining, Taking Trips. It's interesting, man. The story on the apple and the tree.
Yeah.
I think his mom was breaking into houses. You know what I'm saying? If that's his mom, and I'm assuming it is because it's the apple and the tree. You know what I'm saying? The apple don't fall far from the tree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Lil Fade, he got some joints on here, man. And I feel like right now, it's gonna be under the radar because it's short, because it's chill. It's very West Coast.
Yeah.
But it's chill, but he's spitting though.
He rapping.
He's rapping, G. And if you just a fly-by-night, you know what I'm saying, casual listener, you gonna miss it.
Yeah.
You gonna miss it.
You can get lost in that flow. You can get lost in the chill, melodic flow.
Yes.
But no,
he got some gems. Content. He talking some stuff, G. Like, he really out, he really be out here, G. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I really
he's been out here.
I appreciate that perspective from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how old he is, but Vince Staples is another one of these artists. Like when we was talking on the
his interviews are good. Have you seen his interviews?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. He's another one of these guys who I think could be up higher than what he is in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I mean, his interviews are very thought-provoking. I really appreciate one of his Breakfast Club interviews from a couple years back. You know what I'm saying? He puts those thoughts within his music. You know what I'm saying? He is a West Coast, I don't want to call him hood, but he is of that life, but at the same time, intelligent enough to know the good and the bad of it. Like a G Herbo, right? Like he's like that, but the music is different, obviously, because, Midwest, West Coast, but of that ilk as to where stuff is wrong and the ills and whatnot, but at the same time you can speak to both sides of it, and I appreciate that perspective. So
for sure, man. I'm rocking with Vince right now, man.
Yeah, man.
Rock with this joint, G.
When y'all listen to this episode, man, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Tell us how y'all felt about these 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? Vince Staples, Snoh Aalegra. What's the name of her joint again?
Temporary Highs and Violet Skies.
Yeah, and IDK, you see for yourself. We will be back shortly with some more guests. Again, Chicago, if you out here, I'll be next week at, y'all follow Jay West.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be at the joint on the 23rd out south.
Yeah.
Wherever that joint gonna be at, because I gotta get out the house, you know what I'm saying? I'm vaxxed up in this joint, I'm vaxxed up in this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I might be in there too. I'm vaxxed as well, but you're a fine young brother. Won't you vax that thing up? But
oh, wait a minute, Kamal, because I don't know when we're gonna record again. But briefly, let's just chop it up, man. The Lox versus Dipset. The Lox versus Dipset. As I sip my Apollo Hero from
so I've heard a lot of people say if we talking about bars, then it's gonna have to be the Lox.
Get your real stupid goofy.
But for me, man, I'm with the set all day.
But as for
Dipset all day long. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, G?
But as for me in my house, yeah. All right, so look.
On the real, G.
This is what it comes down to.
Combined, man. What? Cam is an unfair advantage, G. Cam is unfair.
Yeah.
Cam is unfair. Even if you don't, bruh, nobody even has the personality on the Lox side that Cam has. Cam is a whole force. He a whole entity, G. You know what I'm saying? Cameron Giles.
I honestly think it's going to be closer than people think.
I don't know, G. Jada better help him out, man.
That's what I'm saying. We seen this already. Come on, Fab and Jada.
Well, come on, man. That was too easy.
That's the question.
This ain't easy, G.
Are they going to be allowed to play some of their stuff that is from each individual within the group? Or songs?
We gonna hear Ballin'. We gonna hear.
But think about the joints that the Lox is on with like Big and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
And all those songs.
Yeah, that's true. They're gonna have a stellar. They're gonna pull out the stops for sure. They're gonna do their verses correctly. But come on, man. Dipset got major hits, G. They got
a lot of pizza, eating a piece of pizza. Once they play that, it's a rap.
And these computers putin', G.
I'm in the crib like this. Once they play that, I'm in the look.
G, they about to play all the Come Home With Me. They about to play Santana's Town. Dipset. Yeah. Are you kidding me, G?
They don't have nothing. I don't think the Lox has anything for I Really Mean It.
I really mean it. Oh,
bruh. Or what's the do?
See, this is not fair. We need somebody on. We can't even talk about this.
No.
We need somebody that rep the Lox.
I wouldn't give a look.
On here.
Once you hear I'm on the west side of Chicago looking for a bus down to make me put my two arms up.
Touchdown. Stop it, G. Nah, they gonna do bars. They gotta have the joint that, you know.
They can play We Gonna Make It though.
Gotta use the scale that they weigh the whales with.
They can play Benjamins, G. All three of them is on Benjamins.
I forgot about that, actually. All right, they got some. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They gonna pull out all of their hits. I mean, they gonna pull out all the hits for sure. Yeah. They gonna need that help, though. In my opinion, they gonna need that help because Dipset got it, bruh. The city, everybody.
That joint is at MSG, fam. They wilding with that.
If they pull up in like a pink range, G, they won. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see, like, can we do that? Like, who from Chicago can fill up like some small amphitheater for a versus where it'd be crazy? Can Common go against Twister, G? No, right? Can Lupe go against Twister?
That could be something.
I want to be a part of something special, man. Goddamn, man. MSG Diplomat.
But they had to bring Kanye back they had to bring Kanye from Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? And then, but see, he's not gonna perform his old stuff.
He's not gonna do. He gonna be out there preaching us and shit about why we should have voted for Trump or something. Y'all ain't vote for me in 2020.
Right, it's like, oh, dog, boo. This ain't what we came for.
This is not what we came for. All right, y'all, Beers and Bars. We'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all be cool, man.
Peace.